I just want to deal in my closing remarks and then move on to vote of thanks with two factors. One, something that Dean Antoine doesn't know about, with regards to giving me an opportunity to do this project, this particular one, and the others that I have done, the partnership. What she doesn't know is that, and this is for Principal Copeland also, that my attempt to get projects done with the University of the West Indies, and this falls in line with what Justice Rumley says, that he doesn't understand why things are not being implemented. And I think Gregory said the same thing. We have solutions on paper, but the implementation is not happening. We as a society tend to be very laid back, and we procrastinate a lot until we reach that point where there's no return possible, and then all of a sudden we begin to try and put things into place. I have been trying to get UWI involved in many projects while I was at Coventry University since 1998. Knocking on the door, and nobody's answering. And then I knocked on the door of Dean Antoine's faculty, and she answered. And from since then, the cup has been overflowing. I want to say a special thank you for your open-mindedness and your acceptance, because none of the things that are happening today would not be possible without your resilience and your vision for the Faculty of Law. The second thing I want to look at quickly is what Mr. Joseph talked about with regards to dance therapy. As I said, I didn't tell you all my secrets. Yes, I traveled extensively with Mr. Joseph and worked extensively with Mr. Butler as his lead male dancer for many years. And also with what you all would know of Amber Kyler, Aubrey Adams, those of you who knew of that situation. But I moved into dance movement therapy in 1986. Started working in the Caribbean, Barbados and so on. And then traveled to Taiwan and started working there. And then to the United Kingdom, and the British Council recruited me as their first black international consultant and asked me to set up a program in Kazakhstan. And I did that for 3 years. And then when I came back to England, I did my MPhil in dance movement psychotherapy. And I started the first master's degree in integrated dance movement psychotherapy at the University of Worcester in England. That too, I introduced to the University of the West Indies, no takers. So, Mr. Joseph, what you're trying to do, it's not a matter of it has been done already. That's not the issue. The issue is we have to implement. We cannot listen to these people, put ideas on the table that are relevant, and we don't implement. And I just want to appeal to you, take what you have been given here tonight, digest it, and go forward, and you be the change that you want to see in the world. So with that, I want to give a vote of thanks, first of all, to Dean Antoine and the Faculty of Law and the Copper Foundation for giving me the opportunity to get this project together. And of course, we have to take into consideration the EU funding. Yeah, right. So at least that foundation was laid. And now I go to the panelists. Mr. Nigel Romano, long time, brother, long time. I've been trying to get this gentleman to, take the front line and to say to share his thoughts. And you heard him, passionate. When I read his speech, my paws raised, I just said, Nigel, the whole of Trinidad and Tobago needs to have access to this. I don't know if any media personnel are here. That information needs to be out there. So I want to thank you ever so much for agreeing to be our featured speaker today. Could you give Mr. Romano a round of applause, please? Justice Rumley, another secret, he's my cousin. And I knew he was here celebrating his 80th birthday. And I said, you have to give us a little, even if it's a little bit of, attention. And he said, I'll do it. So I want to thank him for taking some time out from the fetting and being here with us. Justice Rumley, please. Miss Debbie Jacob, National Winner Award for the Trinidad Express 2019. Miss Jacob, I have read some of your work, and you were introduced to me through Nigel and also my cousin, Phyllis Hoyt. Phyllis, could you stand, please? Yeah. Phyllis was my connection. And we talk about relationships. This is how things get done. And Miss Jacob, I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking some time out to come and work with us this evening, and to share your ideas. And again, everything that you have said is so relevant, and I ask people to take it on board and to run with it, because we cannot do it as individuals. We have to do it as a collective. So thank you ever so much, please. And finally, Mr. Gregory Sloan Seal. Again, introduced to me through Nigel. He said, I want these two people on my panel. And I said, no problem, I will try and get them in. And Gregory, listen, when you speak from your heart. And at this point in time, if what you are saying could be manifested on the ground, I think we would move ahead very quickly to being the kind of nation we're supposed to be, based on discipline, tolerance, and production. I thank you very much for coming. And last but not least, I would like to thank you, the audience, for taking time out. We know about the crime situation and people who like to get home early, but as Trinidadians, we tend to have to give a little space for starting late. So I apologize for the late start, but that's all we could have done. The bottom line is, you are here, and I want you to be able to gain from this experience and to take it forward. I thank you for being here. God bless and safe journey home.